Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you will be watching this. I will go straight to the point. Concerning the issue or the alleged recruitment, sodomization, and the introduction of homosexuality to our children, our sons, by Ayobelu, who is a youth pastor in Redemption Camp, despite the fact that Baba Adeboye, the almighty Baba Adeboye, could not get his tea drinking God to tell him that the decay in his business organization has deteriorated to that level. That's by the way. But you Christians, you are all hypocrites. Or let me say that you don't know because you don't study this book that they have handed over to us to continue to enslave us. When they say when a child falls, it looks to the front. When an adult falls, it looks to the back. The beginning of our problem, and it will get worse in Nigeria and Africa. It will get so worse. Reason being that when they wanted to hand over this Bible to us from day one, they said, and God created, he said, let us make man in our own image. But he didn't say whether women too are supposed to look like him, whatever. But they have given that sign from the beginning, knowing fully well that the person that translated the Bible that they had before into English was a King James. And King James did not only sleep with his mother, he was a gay. That is by the way. So he says, and God said, let us create man. Now, so meaning that a man will assume that he wants to be like God. And a woman can also say that he wants to be like God. Am I making sense? Now, you Christian parents, if you don't know, go and know. Your children will fall into more calamities. Kì í ṣe pé Alujonu just brought this fresh. Now, when you are angry or you feel irritated that Ayobelu or some other people in the society and whatever, the hospital in Abuja where they dump these boys that have been destroyed through this act, but you are now angry at the book that they have been using to solidify, to foundationalize this evil act that has been alien to African culture for so many years before they brought their man-made God, that is Yahweh. That is now where I'm going. Let's go into Genesis chapter 6, verse 1. Genesis chapter 6, verse 1, it says, now it happened when men began to multiply on the face of the land, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of God saw that the daughters of men were beautiful and desirable, and they took wives for themselves, whomever they choose and desired. We had a discussion concerning this passage on one of my live videos recently. Now, don't forget that we assume, because what in our Loriru, that God does not have any form. He does not have any shape. Yet he has made himself, he has made us like himself. And the angels, they were not supposed to have sex as to either male or female. But yet, they have come down right? Because somebody said they were fallen angels. Look at that fictions and fables, that they were fallen angels, that they came down when the creator, the biblical God, sent down Satan and his own host. It was only serpent or the Satan that sinned. How it got into so many other angels that came down with him, we don't know. Meaning that it is the same biblical God that is orchestrating all this madness that you and I are now worrisome about today. So it means that it wasn't only that devil that the biblical God created as being evil. He created some other angels too. They were not perfect. They had to accept the madness of the created devil. Meaning that from beginning, the Bible has lied that everything he created was good. It was not good unless you are a madman or a mad woman that you will accept that what biblical created from the beginning was good. Telling it as it is now. Now, angels now all of a sudden assumed to be men. Then they now came down. They now started choosing women. Who gave birth to those women? We do not know. Where Cain got his wife, we do not know. Unless that the gay or the lesbian angels, they were created by the same biblical God. Haven't you seen the link in this book that a mentally sick man wrote it? Haven't you seen a mentally sick man wrote it because they know that a time will come that their likes will be multiplying? Then you Christians are now perpetrating Ewan Sokun, Halobelo, just lover too, now perpetrating and everything, doing as if he has done a mighty work. And I released a video. I said, just lover, leave this one aside first, put it in your purse. Let it be fresh, yes. But go after Olukoya. There are so many things allegedly happening in the covens of Olukoya. You said no. Since last year, we've not heard from Gistlover concerning it, concerning Olukoya and MFM. But now it is redeemed that that Gistlover is going to be chasing clout with. And all of a sudden, what is good for the goose is no longer good for the gander. What is he afraid of? What is she afraid of? Now, if you're worried about the foundational issue, go back to your Bible, because it is from inside the same Bible that your children will learn withdrawal method and so many other wickedness. Unfortunately, so many of you parents don't even know what you are driving your children into, because you are even afraid because of your low self-esteem, because of your own uselessness, because of lack of responsibility. You think that you don't have good things to teach your children when it comes to speaking the truth, calling a spade, love and humanity. You all have failed woefully, that you have to neglect the training of your children in the hands of somebody who perpetrates, who spreads the evil news in a book that you call good news. I have told you before, you want to tackle this one, you have to start sitting your children down at home. Start teaching them yourselves. If you know you are not ready to do the needful, the primary assignment, do not impregnate a woman. If you know you cannot teach them these basic qualities of life, you are going to be neglecting them in the hands of some mentally sick men. Do not allow any man to impregnate you. Move on with your life and live your life the way you will live it. We're tired of what these children are going through. And lastly, these good for nothing entities, apart from the fact that they have created a Bible that supports gay and lesbianism, they will even send delegates to Africa to come and impose on us that men are supposed to be sleeping with men, women are supposed to be sleeping with men. What a sick and pervert Nigerians that we have, that love lies more than the truth. What do I know? I'm a Christian. You choose the path that favors your sickness. Nonsense.